but today we'll be spectating quads and giving you guys different aspects and insights as well as perspectives on how to become a better player. I know Warzone is ending soon, at least with this integration, but with Black Ops 6 coming out and the new Omni movement, I believe now more than ever, it's going to be imperative that you guys at least have an understanding of what to do. We do have a most wanted bounty in the building across the street from us. I do think we should chase down. I understand that we have what we have, but if we can kill that bounty before he breaks away, which he's doing right now, we could actually get that reward, be able to buy our loadie quickly, and really get some good momentum. Not to mention at this point, it is a 3v3 at max because we did kill one of their players. So it's basically an even fight. Now, when you approach this fight, try your best to use cover. There's a building to the right-hand side I'd rather them use. So if they bounce this direction, they can get a different angle. Right now, we're too far back to really have any intel. I don't like this at all. We are not plated up. I do not like the fact that we just try to take that fight. And now we're trying to push it. That is unfortunate. Good job on the enemy coming back and landing in to get better angle on us. As far as the team fight's concerned, the enemies did a good job forcing that fight, especially the most wanted bounty on them. The teammate taking the rooftop and getting leverage, being able to shoot everybody in the back was a great play on their part. Now, when I said I wanted us to push the fight, again, I wanted us to push. I wanted us to go to the right-hand side together. That way we could, again, bounce from building to building. But I wanted us to be together. Sometimes spreading out's a good idea. Their strategy and positioning was a good strat for different types of fights. But when you're trying to actively engage and pick the fight, you really need to do it together. And the moment your boy was cracked, he really should not have pushed up. He should have played his life, backed up a little bit, got more help from his teammates, maybe some plates, and played a little bit more efficiently. He just kind of full sent committed to that. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing right now. The throwing the smokes to the center, I understand if you're gonna take the zip, like that's gonna be a play. If you wanna take the zip, that's fine, but you wanna make sure the enemy's not nearby. So if you feel like the enemy is back in his spawn, if you feel like he's wrapping around on you and you have time to take the zip, by all means, smoke it up and take it. But we knew the enemy was close by. The nade really suppressed us from pushing in. You gotta be a little bit more efficient with throwing your nades. And again, on top of that, the smoke just blinding us from seeing exactly what was going on was just a huge L. So now we're left with Sosa, who's in a regain opportunity. We need to go ahead and hit a buy. Now remember, the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, it will tell you how much money your teammates have. Unfortunately, we cannot see two of them, but I would assume that someone's got enough money to get another player back. If you're in a regain like this and you're by yourself, buy back the player with the most money. That way he can buy back somebody else, and so on and so on. Now, when you land in an area like this, pay attention to the doors. These doors are open, meaning people were here. I do believe, because of the intel we have, that they pushed up through a counter and they're currently or were in a fight, so they've probably moved on to that area. But because we think we're safe right now, doesn't mean we should play complacent. We need to start getting our stuff quickly and getting eyes on the enemy, and also thinking about the rotation. Speaking of which, these guys are still fighting, so if we go ahead and start rotating, we could hopefully kind of start trying to get into a position to catch these guys out in the street. Lodi coming in, definitely gonna be the focus. You see the enemy crossing the street right now. We need to go ahead and get this Lodi fast. Do not loot, do not do nothing. Just instantly go to the Lodi. Once you have the Lodi though, I want you to grab the high ground of this building, because these enemies will be coming up on it real fast. Don't look around, grab the staircase. Oh, we're just gonna run away. Grab the staircase and just watch it. I don't like loadout campers, but if you know the enemies are close by and getting their Lodi too, why not get the kills? It's not like you're camping it, you just happen to be there and you're just holding the angle for a few seconds. I don't think they even took that intel. And notice, I noticed the counter. I noticed there was a fight going on, just judging by the counter. And of course there was, because you saw him on the mini map. And then as we were pushing, we saw him cross the, what is that, railroad tracks. All right, so we're in a position now. We got to get out of this area. I didn't like that cover to begin with. Very thin. When you go prone, as you guys saw, you get shot in the left-hand shoulder, get shot in the right-hand shoulder. And also the enemy team is unintentionally doing a great job at splitting us off. We have a teammate at the Lodi. These guys might already have the Lodi, so they might not be going here, but regardless, you do not want to leave a teammate by himself. And again, look at the separation right now. So even though we're focused on these guys, what if we parachute into another squad and we're by ourselves? I know stacking's an issue, we all know it. So at this point here, you need to play accordingly. Always pretend that if you're split, you're gonna run into another enemy, just like Blue just did. And now Green's by himself with his Lodi. We're by ourselves with our Lodi, and we're not helping each other at all. Instead, your boys focus on looting. And I get you want to get your teammate back, But right now in my head, the most important thing for me is to get to green and help him out. You don't have to go all the way over there, but you at least want to grab the building or the rooftop to get line of sight, because this squad is going to fuck him up, which they just did. So far with this team, of course, teamwork being the biggest factor. This is probably a top 5 tip that I would give in any video. If you're playing duos, trios, or quads, you've got to have a better mindset when it comes to your squad. Whether they're bad, whether they're good, I was able to carry randoms exclusively from bronze all the way to diamond just by using teamwork. They didn't get better. They didn't get better, but I was just playing as a squad member that was actually there to help them out. You have 1 out of 4 teammates that are actually decent at the game. Y'all could win a lot of games just by simply paying attention to each other and trying to be there for each other. We have a guy on the bounty. You see movement. We're going for this play. I don't like this. I like the buy right here. We're now working ourselves back to where the enemies just were, killing our teammates. I mean, what do you think? They teleported across the map? This is an obvious play. And now we're gonna die. So GG's on that one. I don't believe Sosa's got a regain, and yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. So moving on to dishwasher. And again, this squad seemed like they were playing better together, but because of the way they were fighting and one guy getting over here, one guy getting over here, I would definitely anticipate these guys having a little bit of split too. But again, no matter what skill level, just simply playing smart and paying attention to each other's positioning and having decent call outs. You don't have to have the best call outs, just call out. You will be light years better than most players. I would say that 90%, I would say that 70% of players do not have comms when it comes to team-based games. So we have an enemy on the rooftop over here. We have green going to the zip, hopefully working his way back to us. And once again, like I said before, we need to grab the high ground. We've got an enemy on the high ground. We've got an enemy on the low ground. So now we're in a 1v2 position. No matter what happens, we need to run. Yeah, don't get the Exy. Way better option. Played up. Get a little bit more momentum in your decisions. The moment we saw the 2 guys split, I'm not mad at the knock. You had to, but don't even waste a bullet executing. Get the hell out of dodge, because if that guy on the rooftop would have had better reaction time, he would have just one-tapped us. And just like the last squad, Yellow needs to find a way to make himself to us, or to get himself to us, and we need to get the hell out of here. We are completely surrounded. I don't know if it's the same team. I don't know if it's different teams, but not only that, we have 35 seconds to rotate. So this is the moment where we just bail the hell out. Tell pink to F off, go over here. Tell green to F off, go over here. That way they can kind of hold and help us and or buy us back when we die. Was that a portable buy next to us too? If that was a portable buy, he definitely should have picked the portable buy up. And again, we need to be getting out of here. Just go. Just, oh my, this. As far as that's concerned, I mean, shame on either him or his teammate. Either he just didn't see the enemy kill his teammate, and his teammate didn't ping us or didn't comm that we're under him, or B, he knew we were here and said, F it, I don't care, I'm gonna get these easy kills. But again, when you're in a bad spot specifically, you need to get together. You need to lock it in, especially being this pressed by multiple enemies or multiple squads, and pay attention to this gas mask. Also, med vest is huge, guys. I know you like comms and all this other shit. I'm telling you right now, dude, med vest, at least one person on the team have a med vest, at least. But I don't think that's gonna be it. And if there's anybody that was in here that's somewhat decent of a player, they're gonna be waiting for us and gatekeeping us at one of these buildings, here or even here. So you really want to play the fight at hand. You also want to plan an escape route, and at the same time, you want to pre-plan the fight you're going to run into. You're playing on the edge of the gas, which most players do. If you've been watching the videos, you're going to find yourself having to fight multiple teams multiple times. We have a ping on the map. He launched the precision. Very interesting precision. Very interesting place for him to be, too. All right, so we're in a spot now where we're crouching on the hill worrying about this guy. Do not worry about fighting this guy. Again, he's a concern, but we got pings up here. I'm more worried about these guys because these guys can actually kill me. On top of that, my team is also rotating that direction. So this is a fight I initially would have taken. I don't know if they saw us. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But it doesn't matter because the moment we fired our sniper rifle across the map, that brought their attention to us and we didn't stand a chance. Just a bad play call right there. And then here we have Squid marking buys. And this is basically going to be their story. Not just this game, but probably every game. Lack of teamwork will get you guys in this routine a lot. So if you find this gameplay to be very familiar with your own, you need to be listening to things I'm saying and playing differently. I'm not encouraging you guys to hold hands, but if you are together and you're in a fight, you're crazy not to. With the buy going off, fully anticipate the hill to pay attention to us. Also, we know they're up there. And on top of that, there's other people here as well. So this buy is a flare, not just for our teammates, but to alert anybody that didn't know we were here, that we're actually here. I'm never a fan of scanning like this for thermals. If you want to do one pass, I'm fine with it, but you need to start relying on just your peripherals and being outside your scope and practicing that. Because most of the time when you get into fights, when you pick fights, when fights are started by other players, that's the view you're gonna have. And if you're relying on that color to pop out to let you know there's an enemy nearby, you're not gonna have a good time in this game. Great nades by the enemies. That was great. Again, we talked about the hill. We didn't even once look at the hill, despite our teammate dying. And that's gonna be almost it. It's now up to lost. And games like this happen to all of us, dude. I've had plenty of regain games where we're just getting dunked on, dunked on, dunked on. But we're able to win games like that because we have an understanding of what we need to do to get our teammates back and regain. Like right now, we don't worry about this fight. Suppress them, sure, but we need to smoke the hell out of here. And I know he wouldn't have killed us in this building right here. But again, it's worrying about getting third party. It's worrying about what's around us that I'm more concerned with than the guy that we were actually throwing nades at. Now, normally I would tell you guys, you know, when you buy a teammate back, if you both have money to get another one, drop your money on the buy, have them land there, buy back the third. But because of the player in there and the fact that we're in Old Town, we know that there's gonna be players nearby. So I'm not mad that they didn't do that. But if that was any other buy and the situation was different, always keep that in mind. If the buy's safe and you buy a teammate back and y'all both have enough money, drop the money, get the third buy. Saying that, we still need 2 teammates. I don't care about this fight. We need to get the money. We need to find an area or a buy safer and just get it taken care of. This buy, in my eyes, in my opinion, is chalk. There are 2, maybe even 3 teams here. And the longer we stay here, the greater chance we have to get third partied. There's a guy down to our lower right. We're vulnerable. This fence does not protect us at all. And we also run a risk of somebody coming up behind us. I think we're a little too tunnel vision on this enemy right here. And we're gonna jump off. And this may kick your boy in the ass. Good smoke though to suppress himself. Portable buy. Do not throw it here though. Get out of there. Oh my, nope, nope, nope. I don't like that. Yeah, we just wasted a buy. You had the portable on you. You had the portable buy. Use the portable, float up, get to safety, and throw the buy into a safe spot. It still may be safe to get to, but again, I don't know where the other enemies went to that were fighting directly under us. Not to mention your boy's teammates and the guy shooting at us. Lost isn't a bad player. He's got good movement. He's got decent aim. So as far as that, it's fine. But again, decision making is what I believe is players' biggest mistake. You always want to work on aim and accuracy, and doing that's very easy when you're getting active and picking fights over and over and over again. But this right here, decisions, is what costs most people their games, most people their lives. We have an enemy right in front of us. Good ping by us. That way our teammates should start shooting at him, get that easy kill. That's unfortunate. Your boy pinged him. I'm not mad at that at all, dude. We wouldn't have had to send the zip if he wouldn't have downed our teammate. If our teammate was paying attention to the ping, he would have got the knock and we would be in a whole different ball game. That was just a mistake from our teammate. That just cost a snowball worth of negative effects that make this match even harder. I always tell you guys, fight smarter, not harder. It's not just about 2 different things. There's a lot of factors that go into BRs, and that's the beauty behind big map. Small map, not so much, but big map, dude, when you have strategy, you can really play and leverage. That's going to be huge for you. Run in there real quick, see if you just get some money. I'm sure someone's got a gas mask. There's a gas to our right. Unfortunately, we didn't see it. Again, observation, missing out on a portable buy way earlier in the game, missing out on a gas mask as well. That gas could come in clutch. And rotating in the weirdest way. I definitely didn't like us going right. I'm glad he adapted and he goes back to play the wall as cover. Definitely a smarter play. But unfortunately, this is going to be rough. There's only 2 buys left. This one's out for sure. Of course, you can't get that one. This one's in a spot where good luck. There's going to be a team there. There's going to be a team watching there. So when you go there, dude, you're going to get shot from 14 different fucking people. Your best bet to regain the situation is to hopefully kill somebody with a portable. We could utilize these smokes and work ourselves closer, get that triple buy off and just commit to the death. And that's, you wasted your last smoke to smoke something you didn't have to run through, you psychopath. Oh yeah. He didn't need to use any of those smokes. And like I said, multiple teams. There's a team in here, a team over there, team fighting behind this. And at this point here, you could hit the buy, but you're gonna die. And if you're buyback multiple players, it's fine to risk your life for your whole squad, or even two. But if you only have enough for one, you really need to play this a lot smarter. Now moving on to your boy, Leotox, who's got 10 kills, definitely a little bit more competent of a player. Also in a rough spot. He needs to get this buy. He's got smokes. He's got a Dury. Play the Dury, smoke it out, get the buy. Again, you're better off getting 3 teammates back than just yourself. I do believe there's still somebody here. Surprised that, yeah, I don't know if he realized he has smokes. I definitely would have smoked out when I bought, and I would have smoked when I was getting shot at. Good pings. Now see what the enemies, now see what his teammates do. If I were them, I'd go down there and help. Now you could go down there and help, but you run a risk of getting effed up. If you land on the roof, you run a risk of getting effed up. So no matter where you land, you run the risk. I'd want to help out my teammate, get this fight taken care of. And notice, dude. Yeah, I'm not sure why I did that. If our whole squad would have landed here and fought this fight with green, this would have gone a lot better. And again, they could have landed on this rooftop, but because the people are already there, as you're floating in, they're going to see you and you're going to have to pull your chute and you're going to get beamed. And that's exactly what happened to our 2 squad members. Moving on to Steve and Cutie, Rocket 6. They got a good position, but the team on the bottom of the hill, even though there's only 2 of them, they could still pull this off. It just depends on what the other team ends up doing. I like Steven's play better. I don't like the fact that our teammates are holding this. We have smokes, we have a portable zip, and we're safe on this fence right here. There's no real reason why our teammates are pushing up to get that fight won. Play your cover, regain, plan. If you have cover and you have an extra couple seconds, plan. They have no idea they're safe in that wall. That's crazy. And we have favor. What a W. This is an easy win. As long as they don't throw this. It's a 4v2 situation. We know where the enemies are at. It's just a matter of holding now. And we're going to get aggressive with it instead. But it works out. Your boy's a fucking beamer. And that's all she wrote. Yellow come up from behind even if we go down. So good play at the end. But again, just putting yourselves in bad positions because you're not thinking is going to cost you more games. Guys, I hope you learned something new in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, subscribe today, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.